consumption when doing laundry is actually heating the water. So if you can create a product, innovate to create a product that can actually wash clothes in cold water, that's going to reduce energy consumption. If you do this for a year, it can power your TV for 4 months, but most importantly, it can charge your cell phone for a lifetime if you do this. Now, if we really convert that, because my cell phone really sucks these days. Going there. But now beyond that, we did this, we combined it with our major customer, Walmart, a retailer, who has this program in environmental sustainability, and I thought you're all seeing the same thing, which is our retailers are becoming far more focused on this, and they have this program they call Gigaton, because what they're trying to do is reduce gigatons of the environmental footprint, and they choose companies that they want to work with, and in this case, for laundry, they chose P&G because we could contribute to the reduction of 50 million tons by reducing supply chain resources and as well as energy. What if a laundry technology could clean water? We have a program called Children's Safe Drinking Water that is a laundry technology that literally takes the dirtiest water you could possibly get, because one of the greatest sources of death among of children is waterborne illnesses, greater than HIV, AIDS, and malaria combined. So we have now shipped 14 billion liters of this, and then worked with ASDA to create a program for it. What if a dishwasher could save water? So use a dishwasher. What now we've formulated to where what you can do is you don't have to pre-rinse. You just wash. Who pre-rinses when they use a dishwasher? Rinse it beforehand? I know I do. We actually practically clean our dishes before we put it in the dishwasher. Okay? You could save 150 billion gallons if everybody in the United States did this. Originally talked about a shampoo brand that could recycle beach plastic into bottles and so forth. Products made with plant-based ingredients. That's an obvious thing to do. One of the biggest trade-offs, though, which I'm sure you run into sometimes, is if we make a product that's pure, does it actually work? And if we put our brand name on it, it needs to work. So we had to make that happen. And then behind the scenes, which is an opportunity that I feel like nobody knows enough about on many of our businesses, is what is our supply chain doing? 85% of our plants completely recycle and recirculate all of the water. So it's almost a zero water usage type of environment, and are moving more to cogeneration. We have 100% of our fabric and home care business is fueled by windmills, turbines, so wind energy. But we haven't figured out how to help consumers understand that. But we think there's a big idea in there somewhere. I think increasingly consumers are going to want to expect to see that. So that's all good, but the key is this is an individual company. So if just one company like P&G could do this, that's, we may be big, but we're a fraction of the world in terms of the impact it has. And so what we'd like to think about is what if we could accelerate impact by working together? Coanne talked about #See Here, 80 companies focusing on the accurate and positive portrayal of women and girls in advertising. In 2 years, it's moved from 50% inaccurately portraying, which is not good, to 30%. 30% still too much, but that's a study of 40,000 ads. It's making a difference. The Unstereotype Alliance is along a similar path of reducing stereotypes. The Alliance for Inclusive and Multicultural Marketing is focused on doing the same thing for the accurate and positive portrayal of race, LGBTQ, people with disabilities, even religious and economic inclusion. So every culture can be accurately represented. Free the Bid. Who's part of Free the Bid? Which is to give the ability to actually promote a pipeline of women-female directors. 10% of commercials are produced by women. 10%. And the objection is, well, there aren't enough women directors. Well, in a 2-year period, we found 1,000 that can do it. So there's plenty. All we need to do as marketers is look and actually have at least one of our bids be a female director. And then #Brands for Good. Inspiration of collaborative efforts. And frankly, in many cases, the collaboration is simply just being part of the collaborative and actually doing things and sharing them. because when you share them, it inspires. We're still going to compete. We have to compete on the basis of innovation and creativity. But if we all work toward a common cause, to have a united brief on being a force for good and a force for growth, all boats will rise. The market will grow. And when the market grows, everybody wins. But there's an intent to action gap, which you've now heard of many times. We need to find ways to be able to make it easy for consumers to do responsible consumption and change behaviors. And we're marketing people, so that's our jobs. Change behaviors wherever we can. And so I'm very convinced, and that's why the Brands for Good initiative is such an important one. It's just coming together to be able to use our voices, our reach, our creativity, our innovation, to be able to promote sustainable lifestyles, sustainable behavior, sustainable innovations. And when we do that, then I think we will have a major impact on sustainability, and we'll over time start to see the change that we want to do. We can do this together, and that's why I'm really happy that you all spent your time, are spending your time here, and looking forward to your insights in that. And then we're going to have Raphael, who's going to come up and talk about the first project that will be associated with this, called the Pull Factor. There's been some great research done that will help you give you insights into behaviors